makes no difference. I'm in charge, as they say in the trade. Right, we had this sort of head-to-head up in Manchester a couple of weeks ago, and it was a lot of fun. It was very noisy. Dereck was there, Tyson was there was some confusion, then it got a bit heated. So, I'll be absolutely honest with you, neither of these two particularly like each other. They both have a history of allowing sometimes their emotions to get the better of them, sometimes in the ring, sometimes outside the ring. So what I'm going to do, my role in this is, despite what a lot of you would like to see, which is me being thrown around like a ragdoll, which is of course very funny. James Helder from my film London, particularly happy with that. Mick Hennessy will put it up on as his phone saver. It's not going to work that way. Hopefully not, it's going to work that way. I'm going to chat to the two boxers, and then if you have a question, you can either come forward, I'm going to try and get through it. First of all, Dereck, thanks for coming. Tyson, thanks for coming. Tyson, I know you've got to get trained. Dereck, I know you've got commitments to get on with. I'm going to start with, I don't know if any of you saw today, but David Hay, a man who you fought and who played you a little bit, and a man who played you a little bit, Tyson, he's come out and admitted today that perhaps you got it wrong last year, and he's coming back. He's going to have 3 fights a year. I'm going to ask you first. David Hay's going to have 3 fights a year, so he says, and unify the world title.
Steve, just let me stop you there, right? David Hay is a fucking pussy. This is a room full of men. We are men, we fucking fight. When we say we're going to fight, we fight, yeah? Let's not talk about David Hay, tosser, who don't want to fight anybody with a pulse. Let's just keep it between me and Dereck. Fighting men.
I think I'll take that advice. Call me old-fashioned, but I'm going to listen to that advice. Dereck, but I am going to ask you, Dereck, the last time we were up in Manchester, it got very heated, and you were fine, you were fantastic. You gave away tickets to people in the audience, you were brilliant, and then you did seem to lose your cool a bit at the end. Is that a fair comment? Is this fight starting to get to you, Dereck?
I'm good.
Good and relaxed?
I'm good, yeah.
You know, the worst thing that happened about 10 years ago with heavyweights is they all started doing yoga and meditation. And it means they're all so calm and nice. Whatever happened? I mean, it's great. Imagine Herbie Hyde, if he'd have done yoga, you'd never have heard of him. Dereck, you say you're calm, you say you're good. Up in Manchester, you weren't calm, you were very angry. You were very, very angry.
No, I wasn't angry.
You weren't angry?
I was cool, I was chill. I was just enjoying the moment. That was what I was doing. I was just enjoying it. I had to show Tyson that I can be in Manchester and still treat my shit.
Did he show you that? Tyson, did he show you that?
Did he show me?
That he could be in Manchester and still do what he was doing and not be afraid of any of the people
But you want
who
to
come
hear the
with.
funniest thing? You could never do that in London.
Do what in London? I'll do anything I want. This is my country as well, pussy. Yeah? You, or 10 men like you, couldn't make me stop doing anything. Do you understand? 20 men like you couldn't make Tyson Fury stop doing something that he wants to do. Never mind a one-man band like yourself. Listen, I'm ready. Anytime you just want to try something.
You look in shape, you're looking good.
Go. Listen, I'm ready. I wish it was this weekend. Put you out of your misery. Stop you from thinking about the fight all the time. You know, I hope it was this weekend.
To be honest, I'm not even thinking about the fight. I don't think about the fight.
Isn't that a mistake?
Yep. No, it's not a mistake. I go to the gym for 4 hours from 9 o'clock in the morning to 12 or 1 o'clock. So that's when I think about the fight. That's when me and Don, you know, we do our prep work, we do everything right. Me and my fitness trainers, we do everything right. And then after that, I go home, relaxing with the one I love, my little girl, and that's it.
Tyson, I've seen you in build-ups to fights, and you do get, the closer they get, you get what I like. You get a bit edgier and a bit angrier and a bit tight. Are you aware of that? I mean, do you change around the people you love? Because obviously you don't love Dereck, and I like you, but I'm assuming you don't love me. But do you get around the people you love? Are you edgy around them as well?
I'm a little bit edgy around everybody sometimes, you know. Sometimes I wake up in a bad mood and I feel like being edgy, but you know, I realise that you can only be edgy, you're only letting yourself down, you know. You must wake up in a good mood every day because every day is a glorious day. Every day that God sends us we have to be thankful for. So that's what I wake up to enjoy.
And you talk about taking the fight this weekend. I'll come to you with the second part of this question, Dereck. Are you ready now? I mean, are you physically ready? Are you mentally ready? Could you fight this weekend?
Listen, I can fight now, never mind this weekend, you know. I'm always ready for a fight. Fighting something I've done all my life and it's nothing new to me. You know, I can fight without training, you know, I'm a natural born fighter. It doesn't matter to me whether I train or I don't train, I'm still going to go in there and find a way to win, because that's what I do, I'm a winner. And like I say, if it was this weekend I'd be happy, you know, because then in July or September or whenever I can take somebody else off, you know, get Dereck Chisora out of the way, give him his paycheck and on to the next month.
Dereck, do you get in the last 10 days, 10 hours or 10 minutes, does that hate, do you get a little bit of that hate, a bit of that adrenaline buzz from disliking the other person, or is it something you have to overcome?
See, what most boxers don't understand is you don't hate nobody when you're fighting. It's just two men in the ring fighting. You know, there's no way, even if you hate him, it's not going to make the fight easy. I don't hate this guy here, yeah, but I want to whoop his ass. That's it. There's no hate. I want to whoop him.
But in the build up there, if I can have your attention again, it's going to get lively now. In the build up there, towards hate, you surely hated him then, or is hate too strong a word?
No, you don't hate people. You can't hate nobody. Life is too short for hating people. You know, especially how boxing, we don't hate. We do the right thing. We go in the ring, we fight, and afterwards, what happened after the fight? It's all cuddles and kisses, don't it?
Yeah, it's generally always cuddles and kisses, I must admit. I mean, obviously there's some exceptions. The end of the first Froch and Groves fight, it took them 3 or 4 minutes before they shook hands, but in general it is. Have you ever left the ring disliking your opponent, Tyson? Amateur or pro?
Not really. It's like Dereck says, you don't hate other boxers, you know, you've got to appreciate every person getting in the ring with a pair of gloves on. You know, I've got no hate towards Dereck Chisora. I actually love Dereck Chisora because he's making me a lot of money on the 26th of July. And I'm making him a lot of money, so I actually love this guy. Thank you very much, Dereck. I appreciate you making me a lot of money. I can't say I hate him.
You're welcome.
I can't say I hate the guy, you know. I love every opponent that gets lined up for me because, you know, it's making me a richer person and I put in hard work, so we all deserve to get paid, and you know, we're getting paid, so there's no animosity here, you know. Dereck Chisora is a good fighter, I'm a good fighter, I'm looking forward to a great fight, and you know, the only thing I can say is, may the best man win on the night, and that is it.
Well, I mean, that was, you know, fine words there, but in general what comes out of Tyson's mouth is just a list of things that he's going to be able to do to you in the ring. Is there a chance, you think, that he's reading too much into your first fight together, and that could he be overconfident, Del?
No. You know the way he's doing in the ring, in his gym up in Manchester. We know what we're doing in our gym up in North London. You know, when you train great, you always can be going to win the fight. And then comes the late rounds, you start finding it difficult. For us, we know we're doing everything right. And I think he's doing everything right as well. So all I can say to the public right now is, this is going to be a tickling competition, to be honest with you. From round 1, we're going to have a fight.
You also got the fact that this is the biggest British title fight, the biggest British title fight to take place since 1939. Okay, there'll be more people in attendance, okay, than the other British title fights. But more than that, the two of you will make more money than other guys in British title fights. So, do you sort of get that sense of history, Tyson? Or is history something that doesn't bother you?
History is history, Steve. What happened yesterday is history. You know, what happens tomorrow is a mystery. I don't really care about history. I'm a bit of a modern person. I like to look to the future and I like new things. I don't like old things. My dad likes old things, classical things and all that shit, but I like new things. I prefer a new thing than anything old. You know, like I said, history is history. I'm going to make history, but who gives a shit about history? Because it's all in the past anyway.
So at what point in the fight do you think that Tyson will realise he's made a mistake in underestimating you? Do you think there's a point in the fight? Do you think you're going to sense that point in round 3 or 4, a bit like Carl did last week against George? Do you think that's going to happen?
No. We are fighters, we're gladiators, you know. Fighting is in his blood, is in mine. Actually, it's not in my blood. I only got it when I was 16, to be honest with you. But I can fight. But it don't matter. We're just gonna fight. You know, we're gonna have a little terror. It don't matter. He's gonna. If he hits me hard, you know, I'm gonna come back. You know, it's gonna be a great fight. I am more looking forward to this fight than any other fight I've had in my career, basically.
What about you, Tyson? Are you looking forward to this more than any other fight you've had in your career to this point?
Yeah, definitely, because this is the brink of becoming a heavyweight champion. You know, every boxer aspires to be a heavyweight champion, or whatever weight division they're in. They want to be the champion of that division. You know, and it's something I've been doing all my life, Steve. It's been a long time coming. As me Kennedy will tell you, I believe that I've had the best grounding of any heavyweight in the world. The best rounds. I've had short fighters, tall fighters, punchers, light punchers, southpaws, orthodoxes. You know, I've had it all. I've had a really good learning curve, and now I'm ready to take over the world of boxing. You know, I've got one last hurdle, and I can tell you now, I can tell everybody in this room, and everybody in London, and everybody in Great Britain, that I am not underestimating this man on my left-hand side, because I'm taking him 1000% serious. You know, I'm in a training camp 5 days a week, and people say, well, I've trained my balls off for this fight, and I've trained no hard, I'm breaking all records and all that stuff, but you know, boxers are usually fit anyway. When they get in the ring and they're involved in big fights, they come in and they have a fight, and you know, when somebody loses, they've got to latch onto something to make an excuse, but there'll be no excuses this time. There was no excuses last time. You know, and I hope we're both going to leave it all in the ring, and most of all, put on a good heavyweight fight that this country's been lacking for a long time, you know. I hope the fans will be talking about it for a while, you know. And Chisora will always be remembered, as far as I'm concerned, anyway, because he's a very tough fighter. He always comes to fight. He hasn't avoided anybody in his whole career.
So you have to admire him for that.
You've got to admire him.
As much as you want to dislike him, as much as we want to see you two going chest to chest and screaming and shouting, you can't. The fighting man in you won't let you not admire him.
If I was to burst my bubble now and let the top of my head shoot off like a cartoon and all,
you've done it in the past.
Come out, yeah, that'd be just letting myself down, because you know, I'm a professional fighter. I'm a seasoned veteran now, 25 years old. I might have done that when I was 22. Yeah. I'm 25 now, I'm a seasoned vet in this game. And I'm really, really prepared to do battle with Dereck Chisora, whether it's a 1-round job or a 12-round job or whatever rounds it's going to be. I can honestly say now, I will be in fantastic shape for the fight. I always train hard anyway for my last few fights that I've had in the last few years. You know, there'll be no stones left unturned. That's a common saying, but rarely it ever happens. But you know, there will be no stones left unturned. I'll have the right sparring, the right food, everything. I'll be going to bed early. I'll be doing everything. You say the Americans do yoga to stay calm. Well, I'm the opposite. I have to. I'm always calm. I'm a Mr. Nice person at home. I have to do hardcore sex and drink alcohol. And then it's that's what I might be doing, Steve.
To keep it calm. Tyson, do you think, and I'll come to you in a moment on this, Del, because there's a backstory. Do you think after you win, do you think that Vladimir will fight him, or do you think he'll find a reason for not defending that WBO title against you?
Listen, I'm not looking past Dereck Chisora. There's no ifs, buts or maybes. I've got him to beat first. And it's not going to be an easy job, you know, regardless of what I said in the past. You know, let's face it, Dereck Chisora's got 4 or 5 good wins now. Even the losses he's had, they could have been wins, to be honest. He went in there and he wasn't so experienced when he fought Klitschko. Maybe it'd be a different job now. This is why it's so interesting, this fight, because we're both at that level where we're prepared now and we've had the right grounding to go in there and take a world title. You know, it's a shame that really me and him have to fight again. I know there's no room for 2 big champs in one country, but on the other hand, there is a WBC title, and you know, maybe 2 of us could have went on and win world title belts and then defended it against each other and had a super fight in the heavyweights in this country, but that's not meant to be. What's meant to be is there's going to be a winner between us on the 26th of July. One of us is going to go back to the drawing board. One of us is going to go on to a world title now. No disrespect to Dereck Chisora, he's already been there, he's had his chance, you know, he wasn't experienced enough at 15 or 16 fights, whatever he had, and he didn't fulfill his destiny of becoming a champion of the world. But I am really ready now. I wasn't ready last time. After I won last time against him, in a good fight, I won't say it wasn't, I left everything in the ring. I didn't do anything because I was 22. I wasn't ready to go and fight Vladimir. All right, I could have gone and got a few quid, but I probably would have got my jaw broken and sent home in a wheelchair. Dereck Chisora was. He was 27. He was mentally ready and tough. He was a man. Yeah. I was a late developer at 22, 6'9". I've always been a late developer, and it's only like now, and I'm not even in my prime yet. I'm 25. I'm one of the youngest heavyweights in the division of the top 10 in boxing. You know, maybe in another couple of years I'll be at my peak. But you're going to start to see a true champion now, regardless of what people say, because I know they love to hate me because I'm that person who people love to hate. Call me fat, ugly, chinny, gypsy bastard, whatever you want to call me. It's all sticks and stones. It's all sticks and stones, but they will appreciate how good of a fighter I really am in time to come.
You know what's really interesting? These two have clearly disliked each other over the years. They've never ever, I don't think they've ever said anything particularly unpleasant. They just swear a lot when they get irate. Dereck, I'm going to ask you, when you win the fight, will Vladimir fight you? Because twice before he pulled out, Emmanuel Stewart, before he died, told me that he would not let, under any circumstances, Vladimir fight you. So Vladimir's got a good memory. So will Vladimir, when you win, give up the WBO, or will he fight you?
I don't know. It's very tricky, you know, because those guys, they K2 Promotion, they run $1 billion company in Germany. So basically, the way they see it is like this: if they fight a great athlete and they lose the titles, everything's gone down the drain they've been working for. So I don't think right now they will fight anybody. Even they won't fight Americans. You know, his last fight, he boxed that guy. Where was he from? Yeah,
wherever it was.
Exactly. You know,
nobody.
It was nobody. It was like a sparring session.
Yeah.
So
worse than that.
They will not fight. They will not fight another athlete. This is how I see it. Because it don't matter even how much money on the table. They love each other. So, but now I always say to this: if there's a great heavyweight fight, there's no titles. I think people are gonna watch it. We don't need titles to make
You agree?
a fight.
If there's a great heavyweight fight, it doesn't matter if they've got silly bells, look at Calimere, look at Manny Charles. I mean, no disrespect, you wouldn't pull those two guys into your training camp with these two. And Manny's a lovely fellow, Calimere, and I'm sure he loves his old mum. But they're useless. I mean, let's not mince our words. I mean, I'm being polite. Listen, if anyone's